boxes of cookies for a school fundraiser. Customers can buy chocolate chip cookie boxes and peanut butter cookie boxes. Courtney sold 3 chocolate chip cookie boxes and 14 peanut butter cookies for a total of $203. Dan sold 11 chocolate chip cookie boxes and 11 peanut butter cookie boxes for a total of $220. Find the cost of a chocolate chip cookie box and a peanut butter cookie box. Alright, so to solve this problem, we're going to be using a system of equations. To define our variables first, you could use x and y, but I personally like to relate my variables to the equation. So don't be afraid to use variables different. Don't be afraid to use variables that are different from x than y if it helps you keep things straight. So I'm going to put my variable as c to represent the chocolate chip cookie boxes. So I'm just going to put chocolate chip cookie box, and then P will represent our peanut butter cookie box boxes. I'm just going to add an s to that, add en to that to make that plural. So we know, write the system. So we already did part 1. We can just check that off. Write the system. Well, we know that Courtney sold 3 chocolate chip cookie boxes and 14 peanut butter cookies for a total of $203. So our first equation will be 3c to represent the 3 chocolate chip cookie boxes Courtney sold, plus 14p to represent the 14 peanut butter cookie boxes she sold. And that gives us a total of $203 altogether. For our second equation, we know Dan sold 11 chocolate chip cookie boxes and 11 peanut butter cookie boxes. So that's going to be 11c to represent his 11 chocolate chip cookie boxes plus 11p. And that gives us $220. All right, so now we can solve, so now we wrote the system, so let's just give that a check mark, and we can solve the system. Now, to solve this system, I would use addition. So in order to solve the system by addition, our goal is to cancel out one of the variables by adding the 2 equations together. But notice that if we add the 2 equations together right away, none of our variables will cancel. So in order to create a situation where our variables will cancel, let's multiply, or let's choose to cancel out the c's in this problem, since their coefficients are a little bit smaller and easier to work with the terms. So let's multiply the top equation by 11 of the first equation. Let's just multiply that by 11. And for the second equation, let's multiply it by -3. And I'm multiplying it by -3 in order to cancel out the c terms. And you'll see how that's going to work in just a minute. So simplifying, we're going to distribute the 11. So 11 times 3c is 33c. 11 times 14p, I'm just going to get a calculator to do that. I don't want to mess up with any arithmetic mistakes. That's 154p. And then 203 times 11 gives me 2,223. So 2, 2, 3, 3. So now we're going to multiply the bottom equation by -3, which we have. So -3 times 11c is -33c. Notice that 33c and -33c will cancel out when we add the equations together, which is why I chose to multiply the bottom equation by -3. So we'll only be left with with one variable. -3 times 11p is -33p. And then 220 times -3, I think I can do that in my head. That should be 660, -660. Okay, So now we're going to add the equations together. The 33c and negative 33c cancel each other out. 154p minus 33p, I'm just going to do that on my calculator. That's going to be 121p. So we have 121p equals 2,223. 2,233 minus 660, and that gives me 1,573. So 1,573. Now I'm just going to divide both sides by 121. And we have 1,573 divided by 21. That gives me, 1,573 divided by 121. That gives me 13. So we have P equals 13. So now that we know that P equals 13, we can plug in a 13 back in for P in either of the original equations. So let's just go with the first equation here. And then we have 3c plus 14 times 13. Do that my calculator quick. That should be 182 equals 203. Minus 182, subtract 182 from both sides. 203 minus 182 is 21. 3c equals 21. Divide both sides by 3. C equals 7. So we know that peanut butter cookie boxes are $13. And chocolate chip cookie boxes are $7. I'll just put that as PP for peanut butter and CC for chocolate chip. And those are our answers.